Okay, so we're recording now. Okay. Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? This is your girl, D. Brady, and you're listening to Liquid Era Podcast. Of course, today's episode, we are going to continue the love series of Liquid Era, and I have a special guest with me, my friend, my home girl, Nadia Felder.
Ew, don't put my government name out there like that.
Okay, I'm going to edit it and say Nadia.
No, I'm just playing. You can keep it. I'm just kidding. You can totally keep it. I'm just playing.
Okay. Hey, Nadi.
Hey, it's Nadia Body.
Hey. Okay, Nadia. You can introduce yourself. Pretty much. I met Nadia at FAMU. Obviously, we were a part of the Caribbean Student Association organization, and we just clicked off rip. Like, she's from up north, I'm from up north, so she's really, really cool, and I usually get along with a lot of Aquarius, so yeah. But
well,
yeah,
of course you would.
okay. But yeah, Nadia, go into, like, introducing yourself, what you do, where you are, and we get into it.
So I'm Nadia, aka Nadi, aka Nadi Body, aka the best Aquarius you'll ever meet in your life, aka rattler or die chick. Like, I do it all. But 9 to 5, I work at a Black-owned, female-owned PR agency in Atlanta.
Yes.
Called Precise Communications. But 24/7, I am an evolving woman, creating the life that I want to live. And every day I am growing to be just the woman I dream of. So I'm regular, y'all. Like, I'm awesome. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm an awesome person, but I'm so regular. I'm just out here trying to make it just like everybody else. So I'm Naughty Body. Hey, welcome to the Liquid Area.
She said Liquid Area.
I said era.
Oh, I think you said area.
I probably said area. No, I probably said area.
Oh, this is how most of our conversations happen. But anyway, So to start off the podcast, Nadia, so we have to get into trivia, icebreaker, okay? So I'm going to ask you 3 questions. 2 is a truth or a lie, and the other one you have to answer, obviously. So the first question is truth or lie. J-Lo wrote majority of her own music.
Now you trying to put me against my Puerto Rican sister. Okay, wow. That is a lie. I don't believe that J-Lo wrote majority of music. Although I love, from one Boricua to the next, I love J-Lo. So I apologize if this gets to J-Lo's publicist.
Yes,
but
okay.
Nah,
Correct. Sorry, but yeah.
I'm about to have hella emails like.
Oh, okay. Question 2. Name 2 iconic music groups in the 90s.
Drew Hill and Jodeci. TLC.
Okay, I was like, okay.
I don't think Destiny's Child. Wait, hold on. That actually didn't count. Destiny's Child didn't come out to the 2000s, did they?
Well, they had. Well, it wasn't really Destiny's Child, really. But I mean,
the originals probably came out like 99, 98.
Right, but it's 2000s mainly when they were like popular. Yeah. Okay. Question number 3. This is the truth or lie. New Orleans was the originator of twerking.
Ooh. I feel like it would have been New Orleans, Miami, and Jersey.
Twerking?
Oh, twerking. Hell yeah, Jersey. Yo, Jersey. No, just saying. I don't know. I just feel like Uncle Luke gave Miami like the Pata Cuche. You know, like, I just feel like he turned Miami out. So I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna say truth. I'm gonna say I still feel like Nola got it.
Yes, you're correct.
Yes.
3 out of 3.
Right now.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. New Orleans was the originator of twerking. And actually, I believe on Hip Hop Evolution on Netflix, they talk about it. So yeah.
I like Hip
Get
Hop
into
Evolution.
it. History on your music. So anyways, now we can get into discussing more of love relationships. And I love talking about relationships and dating with Nadia because Nadia is is hilarious. So we can discuss pretty much Did you do anything for Valentine's Day?
What did I do for Valentine's Day? Hell no, girl, I ain't doing that. Girl, I ain't do a damn thing. I think I worked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I might have like picked my sister up. I might have like went out to somebody's birthday party. I didn't even wear red. I was wearing black. Like I didn't wear black this whole weekend. Like I wish somebody would think I'm in love. No, I'm playing. I'm in love with myself.
A lot. Okay, so I did see a lot of, obviously, on social media, lovey-dovey things, talking about day Valentines and stuff like that. And a lot of people, well, it wasn't, I guess this year it wasn't like that much popping out. Like you didn't even know that person had a boyfriend or girlfriend. But a lot of people I seen was talking about how they're glad they're single because they don't want to have the pressure of buying anything for anybody or coming up with the whole scenario of like Valentine's Day should be every day and shouldn't just be on one day that you're buying things for your significant other. So what do you think about Valentine's Day? And also, by the way, I didn't have a Valentine either. So
Hey, that's okay. You know, I was just gonna say that, like in response to what you just said about like people not wanting to buy things for girls. I was gonna say that I felt like this Valentine's, like 2020 Valentine's, at least on my TL, like my timeline was all about self love. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was a couple couples, I'm not gonna lie. A couple people on my timeline was like they went on vacation for like a week or whatever, or they like was in the mountains with a man or whatever. But like for the chicks that wasn't single, I mean that was single, like I felt like they were like really like, you know, self love, like really positive. Like usually Valentine's is like hit or miss. Like it's either hella booed up or like hella pessimistic. Like you just mad negative about love. But like this year I just felt like it was like real, you know, like I'm taking care of myself, like I'm attracting the things, you know, like the law of attraction type of thing. Like I wanna attract like my future boo or whatever, and
right.
because I'm taking care of myself now, he'll be coming or she'll be coming later. So I don't know, like for me, Valentine's Day is like, it is what you make it. Like, I feel like it's what you, like any holiday. Like, I'm not like a too hype on holidays. I'm really not like, that's just because I was raised, you know, just mad, like, not against holidays. But,
Nonchalant.
like, yeah, like nonchalant. We never took holidays like real serious. Like, it was just, okay, cool. We all gonna be together around this time or whatever. But, like, especially Valentine's Day. Like I feel like I gave my mom more Valentine's Day love than I gave any other human on this earth. Like Valentine's love. Like, but it is what you make it. Like, you know, I guess it's a day for everybody to remind themselves that they wanna love you on this particular day. But I just feel like, you know, I'm that person that be like, Valentine's Day should be every day. Like that's me.
I honestly don't know where my satisfaction of Valentine's Day came from because my mom doesn't even like Valentine's Day. Like she don't care for flowers or chocolate. My dad got her flowers and chocolate before, like plenty of times, and she's just like, oh, you know, it's nice, but like I don't care for this. She's a Capricorn.
Right.
No, they
Oh.
but
right.
very nonchalant. But
right.
I would say I don't know. Maybe because I'm just a sucker for love. I love rom-coms, those type of things. So I love 90s R&B, 2000s R&B, and I don't even be sad. I just love that love shit. But I've never had a great Valentine's Day. Like I probably had one good one when I was in high school, and my homeboy was my Valentine. But I've never had, even when I was in a relationship, never had a good Valentine. So I want to ask you,
I
what
don't
was
remember like
weakest or best
Valentine.
Valentine's Day ever?
My weakest or best, I was just like totally talking over you. My weakest or best Valentine's Day ever. I think all my Valentine's been like hella weak. I ain't even gonna front. Like I'm not even gonna act like one time, like I'm gonna try to remember something like one time I got this big ass teddy bear. Like no, I did not. I've never had, like, to be honest, like, this is gonna sound real depressing, but I've never been in like a serious relationship during Valentine's. I've always been like booless or like single, like dead single when around Valentine's. Like I'm literally remember, like literally one boyfriend in college, we literally broke up the week before Valentine's, and it was me who broke up. It wasn't even like him. So
Nadia, you broke up with
I
somebody
should have,
before Valentine's
I
Day?
should have planned that out better. Listen, this is why we have to have conversations like this. I should have planned that out better. It's okay. I forgive myself.
You
It's
just
self
couldn't
love.
take
It's
it.
okay.
You just couldn't take it, or
I
you just forgot. I feel like you forgot.
I feel like I didn't look at the calendar properly, and I didn't plan and schedule accordingly. But no, like I've never like, I'm probably one in a few women, or maybe I'm not. Like maybe you got some listeners on here who literally have never had like roses to their door. Like I've never
Yes.
had cute shit like that happen to me.
Me
I've
neither.
never had like chocolate. I've never had like this big ass teddy bear, or like somebody write on my car with like, "Babe, I love you. Will you go on a date with me?" I've never had any of that shit ever. Like maybe I'm dating the wrong niggas.
I'm definitely dating the wrong nigga. So I posted on Liquid Era IG, and I posted a short story time of my, like, one of my weekends, because like I said, I never had like a great Valentine's Day when I was dating somebody booed up or whatever. So I was booed up with this dude, and we were talking, dating or whatever, and he asked me, this is at freshman year though, and he asked me to be his Valentine. So I'm like, oh, okay, Al. Like, I know he finna like show out just because he knew me for so long. But the day of Valentine's Day, like, I didn't receive anything, nothing. Like, I think he texted me.
Damn.
I think he texted me Happy Valentine's Day or something like that. But he said he would meet up with me, I guess, to give me my stuff. But I was waiting in the girls' dorm, McGuinn and Diamond. That's when McGuinn and Diamond was open. And I was
Popping,
waiting
right.
in the lobby with a couple of my friend group. And we just sitting there in the lobby, we chilling. I'm just sitting looking at my phone, like, dude ain't here yet. Like, and that day they had a big party going on at some club. I don't remember. But he showed up, pulled up with his friend, drunk, and handed me, I think, a little teddy bear, and them little Walgreens heart chocolate boxes,
Yeah.
instead of one of those. So I'm like, okay, like, this is like, I don't even like dark chocolate. So for the fact that you know me and you brought dark chocolate and you drunk at the same time, bro, that was like one of the
Right.
weakest Valentines I've ever had. And I was just like,
Mm.
this, like, I
Like
might
no
as well
thought
be,
put into it.
yeah, no thought, no creativeness. Like, I might as well be single. So I've never
Right.
experienced the whole, like, surprise, come through, rose petals, here's a dress that I want you to put on. We going out to dinner.
Okay, D, let me just tell you this. You are still blessed. Okay, let me tell you why. A
Why?
dude gave you chocolate, and like, even though he was drunk, you got chocolate. And how you don't like dark chocolate? First of all, what is wrong with you? Like,
I
dark
don't. I
chocolate is
think it's
life.
so bitter. Like, see, that's the thing. That's the thing, though. Like, I got something, but because it's him and the person who he is, he knew me for a long time. And
Time.
the
So he
fact
knew to
that,
come better.
yeah, and the fact that, okay, you knew this is Valentine's Day. You asked me to be your Valentine. Don't show up drunk with a Walgreens teddy bear. And I'm not like a materialistic person. I'm not saying buy me diamonds or nothing, but like, be more creative. We're in college, actually, so I don't want to care about money. We all broke, but be
Right.
more creative and actually spend time. So after he left, like, after he dropped off his stuff, he went with his homeboy to the party. Like, I'm not even going to no party with you. I'm
Mm.
not going to no dinner with you. Nothing. Like, we can go to dinner
Mm.
and then you go to your party. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's
See,
that.
those are the type of people who celebrate Valentine's Day for clout. Like you
Right.
literally just wanted. It sounded like he wanted you to be his Valentine, just for the fact to say that he had somebody, and he could probably show your Instagram off, and be like, "Yeah, this is the one I chose." Like, ew, put me off, dirty,
Like that. She said
dirty.
dirty. Nah, like, like, we were freshmen. So I'm just like, okay, but like, Yeah, that was one of the weakest Valentine's Day ever. And then my past boyfriend, he made up a whole excuse like, "Oh, I don't celebrate no holiday, like da da da." Like, nah, nigga. I don't care if you don't celebrate it. I celebrate it, and I'm your girlfriend, so you
So what,
celebrate
you
it now.
Jehovah's Witness now?
Right,
Right.
right. So
Mm,
just better being single than expecting anything from anyone. So
right.
yeah. But yeah,
Mm,
that goes into the conversation. We actually just went into the conversation of pretty much settling. Like from that point
mm.
on, I just knew that I'm not going to settle for a little baby ass Walgreens teddy bear and the little the little dark chocolates. Like I'm not. When I'm seeing
First of
dudes from
all,
jail send their girls flowers to arrive on the day
mm,
of Valentine's Day, like there's so much you can
mm.
do.
First of
Yes.
all, what security guard got the connect like that? Like who? How
Yo,
you plug in
I don't
from
know. I
prison?
don't know. I don't know. I don't know what jail it was. I don't know, but it was on social media, obviously. And I was scrolling, Valentine's Day, and this girl was like, "Oh, my man is in jail, and he sent me flowers." And I'm just like, I do know that there's a lot of inmates in certain jails that you do get some privileges that people think you don't get, but you do. So I can
Mm.
see somebody like, trying to send flowers or whatever, or probably have their family member give them.
Send it. Yep.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's thoughts.
Mm.
So I'm not settling anymore. Period.
Okay, I have two questions for you. I know this is your podcast and you like supposed to ask other questions, but my inner journalist is coming out. So,
Hmm.
what is your sign?
I'm a Leo.
Oh yes, you have to do the most. Your man has to do the most for you. Absolutely the most.
Wait, what?
Leo, yes. Girl, you the whole line. You are the father. Your sign is like the masculine energy of the zodiac sign. You guys are like the
we're the
fathers
we're the
of
king
the
and
zodiac sign.
queens of the zodiac.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes. So y'all. Even if you date a peasant, he has to treat you like a fucking king. Like it doesn't matter. Like, D. Of course, that makes so much sense when you said that. I'm like, oh yeah.
We
She
like
wants. She
attention.
wants the biggest teddy bear possible in the store
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm not playing. Like for real.
I'm not
And
playing.
and it's not even like mad like the most expensive bear. Like be creative. So if it's something that you usually don't do, but you do for me at that point, it's so appreciative. Or you remember a certain detail about me and you made the effort to make it happen. Oh yeah, we good.
Mm. Okay, I like the effort. Yeah, I feel like I don't know, like for me, I don't know, I'm still nonchalant. And it's not even that, it's because I treat myself like I'm learning, and I just turned 25 like 3 weeks ago, y'all. So happy birthday to Nadia. But for real, for like I just made a promise to myself like this year particularly. I know everybody was like making resolutions and all that stuff, but not really my resolution, just like my promise to myself was like I'm just not gonna settle on myself. So therefore how I love myself is an example of how others should love me. So if I
Hmm.
want to spend $150 on my feet, like then my dude should know, okay, well the minimum is $150 because she don't wear this, and it's not even making me bougie. Like I think the presence, especially social media too, like the presence of women these days is always about like money. Like, oh,
Right.
I gotta spin a bag. Like people, and that's what's so effed up about Valentine's Day is that people like qualify how much they love you by how much you spend on them. That's why the word that you used, I forgot what word you used already, but it was like the effort. Like
Hmm.
put the effort. It's not always about the like like the quantity of coins that you put toward it, but just like
The
okay, you pick this
quality.
favorite color. Yeah, it's the quality. Like my favorite color is green. This is for any Negro that's trying to slide my DM, but my favorite color is green. Okay, I love sneakers and hats. Like, come on, give me a matching set. Okay, I love like '90s R&B. Like, have Keith Sweat playing.
Yes.
Like, come on, be strategic.
Right. Exactly. And also, not even it being one sided too. Like, are you open to, spoiling your man as well for Valentine's Day?
Oh, death. Like, I feel like I'm the type of girlfriend who would literally wait until the 14th is over just to do something nice for you on the 15th. Like, I'm that girl. I'm that girl to make you feel like I'm not doing shit for you on the 14th. And like literally come the 16th, you got like roses on your bed. You got like a whole hot water bath, a new pair of sneaks. Like you got like, I don't know, a ticket to a basketball game or something. Like that's
Word.
the type of female I am. That's the type of female I probably would like slick. Cause I'm slick. I'm like, I gotta try my boyfriend. Like my boyfriend he's gonna go through trials and tribulations with me. That's just how I am. I'm like, I like to test your mind. I like to keep you on your toes. So like I would literally be like, oh, what's today? Like I would forget his birthday on purpose and then like have a whole surprise the next day. Like
Nadia, do
that's
not
just
get
me.
broken up with. Just with a play game.
Just know I'm recording all of it. So all that shit you was saying, like you fake, you this, I got it. So I got it on record. Don't worry about it. Just wait till tomorrow when your flowers come in. Thank
Yo,
you.
I'm dead. I think that's more so like I think that's the difference between now millennials and Gen X because millennials, especially now going into now in 2020, we are more caring about okay, ourselves are set and now I can focus on somebody else. You know, it's more like I feel like hot girl summer and city boys and city girls and stuff like that is more so not I don't want to say selfish in a bad way, but selfish in a good way so that I can actually take care of my family and build the empire that I want. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. But I do think a lot of people get caught up, like you said, with social media and thinking like, okay, let me spend this type of money or whatever for her to put on or for him to put on social media and just like do it for clout or whatever.
Yes. I
Oh,
think my ideal boyfriend, like, I don't know. You know, it's so funny. Like, even when it comes to like posting on social media, I've dated in my life, and you will never be able to tell who I dated on my Instagram. And not because I delete them. It's just
yes.
that it would take me a minute to post on, and not to say like, oh, whatever makes it to my page has went through like a series of, you know what I'm saying, like a series of
Right.
thought process or anything like that or considerations. But it's just like I don't. That piece of my life is just I like it to be like secretive. Like I like it to be like something that people don't know. Like nobody would even know if I'm really dating somebody right now. Like I could be lying on this podcast right now and like had a whole nigga right next to me. You know what I'm saying? While I'm
Right.
answering questions, and like nobody will ever know because I've never been the type of girl to just do it for clout. Like I really do encourage people who listen to this episode, like don't be in love for clout.
Mhm.
Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Just love. Like, be present in your love. Like, be there. Don't worry about the gift. Like, even if he does, like, even if he got you something cute, like, challenge yourself and post that shit 7 days later. Like, post it when it's not relevant.
I don't know. I feel like well me personally, and I spoke about this in a previous podcast in this love series with social media. And I'm just like, okay, I'm not a big show who I am with on social media just because if anything goes wrong, then I got to delete it. And then everybody's still gonna know my business. But I
Right.
will post my significant other on like a 24-hour thing like the IG story or a Snapchat or whatever.
Yeah.
Or, you know, after a certain amount of time when it's permanent, maybe when you put a ring on it, then I post on my feed because I know you're gonna
Right.
be there forever. But um if he do act funny on social like with social media, like, oh, you know, he acting like he can't pull out a camera or whatever, and if I pull out a camera, he hiding, that's when I have a problem. Like, no, now something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's I feel like that's where the
Mm.
complication of social media comes in. If you're hiding and you don't want to post me, and you have some type of excuse, that's when I feel like there's a deeper meaning underlying it. Like you're lying, period. So that's
Mm.
when I have the issue. But if you make it known, like, okay, like, boo, like, I don't care. Like, you could post a picture of us. It's just like, whatever. Then I'm like, okay, cool. It's not a, it shouldn't be a thought process to posting like a challenge. Should I post him? Should I not? When should I post this? It should just be off rip. I'm gonna do it just because, you know?
Mm.
That's
I
how
see
I
what you mean.
feel about it. But I done plugged out my headphones. But yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about it. But on Twitter, So we get into the Twitter discussions now. So on Twitter, there was a few scenarios, a few questions that came up regarding relationships, and I found them hilarious. So I think you will too. So one of the questions that was trending for a few days was who pays on the date and how much should they spend? You
I'm
laughing?
laughing at this question. Yes, I'm dead ass dying. Hmm. Who pays on the date? I'm about to sound real ignorant. Okay, no, I'm not. Um,
Be
I feel
real.
like I feel like any dude that I date, they're not gonna even allow me to pay. Like that's gonna hurt their ego. Men just have to pay. It's not even like I would have no problem paying, especially if like I wanted to be different and be like, babe, I want to do something for you this year. I know last year you did for me, and like we could do it for like I feel like you could do it for each other. Like I feel like the basketball game, like for example, if you do like because especially because Kobe just died, like to go to LA game right now would be like absolutely dope. So like I would pay for that for my dude,
Right.
but like if it's a dinner date, like my dude's not gonna let me put like my nigga is gonna look at me like put your like did you just reach for your purse? Are you crazy? I will leave you here. Like I will literally make you Uber home. Like that's the kind of dude I'd be thinking. They'd be like, absolutely not. Like I don't know, but I feel like most men they just their ego won't allow ladies to pay for things. So
Really? I think
I mean, at least the brothers I deal with. I don't deal with people like I mean, I don't. No, no, no.
I don't. Okay, so first of all, when I go on a date, I bring my money just in case. Like if I let's say this is your first date with somebody that you was talking to though. So you don't really know how they operate. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bring my money just in case I find out at that dinner date that you another type of nigga where it's just like the waitress come, okay, so how are you gonna do the bill? And he look at me like boo boo the fool. I'm gonna just be like, okay, so I'm gonna pay for myself. We'll split it. Like, I feel like whoever asks the person out should pay, pretty much. So if I ask a
Okay, so
guy,
whoever asked the person I should pay. Okay, yeah. Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
if I ask a guy out, then I'm paying and I'm setting up the date. So I know exactly how much I'm going to pay. I'm gonna estimate what he finna order if we gonna, you know, go out to eat or if we going to the movies or whatever. I'm going to set it up so I'm paying. But if you most more than likely ask me on the date, then you pay, or if we going half on half, then we go half and half too. I don't mind paying for myself while you pay for yourself. And then as we become more established, then, that's a whole nother discussion.
I just feel like I mean it's really not that funny. I don't even know why I'm laughing. But I just feel like I completely agree with you. I think that if you ask then you're doing it. But then I don't know because at the same time too, like I could be like, babe, let's go to the movies. Like it could be my idea, but that don't
Mm.
necessarily mean I want to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that happens too. Like, like I want to go see the photograph or whatever, but that don't
Yeah.
necessarily mean I want to pay for it. But low key, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna be real transparent. I literally just asked one of my homeboys, who like I know he likes me, but we're still developing that relationship, but
Yeah.
um, but I mean, I know like there's an attraction there, but it's not really like it's not anything developed. So, but I just asked him if he wanted to go see the photograph today, but he had to work, and I was like, I literally said within one message, I was like, you want to go see the photograph on my treat, like period, on Monday. He was like, you sure? Like his ego, like, what you want?
Mm.
Like, you must want something. But then I was like, no, like for real, like my treat, like you just been, you just a nice dude. Like people don't do that for you. He was like, but you ain't got no Valentine's. He hit me with that, about what you ain't got no Valentine's either. I'm
Yeah.
like, nigga, I'm asking you to go on Monday. Okay, Valentine's was
Right.
Friday. Okay,
Friday.
get over yourself.
He's
But
trying to
no, like
figure
I
out,
asked
he
him to
was
go
trying to
like
figure out if you had a date.
first of all, he was being extra lame because I'm asking you on a date. If I had a date with somebody, I would have made them take me to go see the photograph. Like, I wouldn't have asked, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have asked him to go see a movie that's like such a couple movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's some, but the point of me saying that was like, I asked him, but not like I'm that chick who always pays for stuff. Like, I definitely, I've never actually taken a man on a date. Like,
Me
I've
neither.
never paid for, like in regards to that. I've done like cute stuff on their birthdays, but I've never like been like, oh yeah, I got you. Like, I barely buy my guy friends drinks at the club. I'll be like, you get one, nigga,
What?
one
I've
drink.
taken out my guy friend before to like to well we ate or whatever, just hanging out. And I was like, I'll
Yeah,
pay for it because it was your
if
birthday.
they if they got a exactly if they got a birthday or they just got a new job and it's like the job of their dreams or they just graduated college, then yeah, let's
Oh,
go toast and celebrate on me. But
right.
I'm talking about like taking a dude on a date that you a prospective boyfriend. Hell no, I ain't never paid for nobody's stuff. And I mean, not to say that these guys aren't worthy. It's just I've never. I don't know. I just never. It's never gone that way. But I just recently, literally, asked somebody to like go on a date and be like, I'll pay for it like on me. You got the popcorn though. Like, you definitely pay for the popcorn.
Yeah, if I pay for you to get in, nigga, you pay for
Right,
some
but you
candy.
trying to get right. You trying to get pretzels and dip and shit, nigga. Right? Wait, hold on.
Calm down. You know the movie prices.
Right, right. That
Right.
wasn't in the budget.
Okay, so that was another part of the whole like discussion because they were just like guys and girls on Twitter was just like, okay, yeah, I asked you out, but now, I took you out on dinner and you ordering lobster, steak, and shrimp, knowing damn well if it was you that was taking me out and paying for it, you would not order that. Like, don't try to over excessive order just because somebody else is paying. I think they're right on that. I think there is a certain respect line. Like, let me order what I usually order just in case. That's why I bring my own money. Cause I think it
Mm,
humbles me a little bit to be like, all right, if I was for real going to pay for this, I have to have enough money to make sure that, all right, if I was to order a certain amount of certain food, I know I can pay for it. So like you said, with you paying for your feet to get done, if you paying $150 or whatever to get your nails done, then he should off rip no, okay, so minimum 150.
damn.
You like how I brought it back? You like how I
Yes,
brought it
I
back?
did.
Yes.
I
Yes.
like full circle. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So a next Twitter question that came up was, how has your career affected the way you view or engage romantic relationships? This is either generally or personally.
Mm. Repeat that question for the people in the back because that was a very good question. That's a great
How?
question, though. So I meant to tell you that.
How has your career affected the way you view or engage romantic relationships, either generally or personally?
Mm, okay, so one, I work in PR, public
Mm-hmm.
relations, and if you don't know what PR is or know anything about it, it is like top seven most stressful jobs in the world. Like, literally
Yes.
Google this shit. Like, it's like
Yes.
police officers, like army people, ambulance people, firefighters, PR people. Like, literally in that order.
Yeah.
And so I think my my level of stress can be high, which is why I take my self care so seriously. You know what I'm saying? Which makes me look like I'm high maintenance, but I'm not. I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't let nobody fuck up my peace. Like, I don't let jobs fuck up my peace. I don't let money mess up my peace. I don't let men mess up my peace. So because I work in such a high level, high stress job where I have to know everybody's job, I have to know how to do things better than the client. I have to just be on point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to be a good example, a walking example every single day. And I have to really know how to communicate. So it has affected my relationships. Like, I can't have a stressful relationship. I
Right.
can't afford to add on any more stress to my life. I feel like my partner has to be very nonchalant, very positive, very like forward thinking, like very supportive, like just the minimal stuff. Like, I'm not even asking you to have a bag. I'm not asking you to drive a certain car. You know what I'm saying? Like all that
Right.
crazy materialistic part of it. But my particular job, like I can't afford to be like worrying about whether you got a side chick. You know what I'm saying? Or like
Yeah.
worrying about whether you posted me on your IG. I don't have time, baby. Like I know I'm cute. Like I know I'm cute. You don't like. I just can't afford to make. I can't. The basis of it is like I can't afford to date somebody who's going to make me feel insecure. Like
Right.
make me more insecure than I already am working on not being. And then two, I would say another part of my career, because a huge part, and this probably for me and you, a huge part of like our careers in the early 20s has been in the communication industry.
Mm-hmm.
So the way is very I communicate very effectively. Like if you allow me to, I can't. I'm trying not to be attractive. I'm trying not to attract men who don't know how to communicate, because
Yes.
that is like very, very, very it's overrated. Like it's very overrated to not be like I mean not overrated, that's not the right word I want to use. It's like it's too many motherfuckers who don't know how to communicate out here. Like for better lack of words. Like it's too many people out here who don't know how to communicate, and people put so much pressure on communicating. And I think my career has taught me the simplistic the like how to communicate in the most simplistic form. Like to just literally say what you're feeling, or literally say the issue, or literally address the problem, or
Mm-hmm.
like literally just say I love you. Like I can't be with somebody who like can't say I love you first. Like you want some nigga, you don't know how to communicate. You don't even know if you love yourself. I don't have time for that. My job, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the skill. That's the one skill I would say that my job has taught me, is like to really communicate effectively on all levels. Like on a partnership level, on teammate level, on like how to communicate with your boss, how to communicate with the client, how to communicate to somebody who's not even your client yet, but you're trying to get them to be your client. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just know how to communicate. So I can't afford to be with somebody who's like very, very bad. Not saying they have to be on my level, because again, I got a degree in this. You know what I'm saying? Now I got experience. I got 2 years, 2.5 years in the game of like communicating. But I need somebody who's like not afraid to communicate, not afraid to like express. Like if you hold back too much, you're gonna stress me out, and then I'm gonna be taking your toxic shit to work, and then I'm gonna be mad at my like at everything. Like everything's gonna piss me off. Like the fact that my pencil wasn't sharpened is gonna make me mad. Like because you fucking me up, and I can't deal with that. So for my life, like I just have to have a very easygoing relationship. Point
Again,
blank.
with
Period.
millennials, like even in a relationship, you still put yourself first. It's not like back in the days where women were at home just taking care of the house and the kids, and your husband is working, and as soon as he gets home, it doesn't even matter if you feel a certain way, you have to just shut up and cater to him. I think now it's more of, okay, like women are taking um more step forward into the limelight. They are getting we are getting more acknowledgement for the work that we do behind the scenes. And so it's just like, oh, okay, well, she is the breadwinner, or not even, but she is putting in a lot of work as much as a man does. So the same way how y'all want peace is the same way we want peace. And like you said, for our careers in PR, communication, journalism in general, journalism, you will have to always be truthful. And it's hard when you're dealing with a lot of people who's not used to being just direct and truthful. So you have to be pretty much as a PR person, you are how would I say, the yoke, pretty much the center
Right.
piece to hold everybody together. So you're talking to multiple
Literally.
people throughout the day. And throughout the day, you're talking to multiple people and have to make sure everybody's on the same accord. And it's very stressful. You have to be multifaceted. So for your significant other, when you come home after talking to like more than 10 people for a few hours, it's like, bruh. And then also when you get home, you're still kind of working. Also, your job never
Right.
ends. So when you
And
get home, it's like, bruh, like you gotta
yep.
tell me exactly what you need. Don't get no attitude. I don't want to get no attitude with you. And even also, if I'm venting to you I spoke about this in my last episode. I need a guy who if I'm venting to you about what's going on at work, don't be dismissive. Like, I need you to answer me
Mm.
back and be like, damn, babe, like, what she do? But you was kind of tripping though. Like, have that
Mm.
type of conversation because I need to get it off my chest. Don't just be like, damn.
Not just like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, like, damn, you got a lot going on. Like, what? Like, yeah, I know. That's why I'm talking to you.
Right,
Like,
right.
because when you want to talk about something, you want me to listen. You want me to give you that love that a woman is, quote unquote, stereotypically supposed to give to a man.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I think in my career, being in more of like the music, untraditional career path, you see a lot of shadiness, a lot of trying to sneak and find the grimiest way to get something done because the motto is I don't care how you get it done as long as it gets done. So you could be the most grimiest person or whatever, and you just made a deal that you know in your heart is not correct, but as long as you get your money, you know, that's what it is. It is what it is at the end of the day. They're so used to, I feel like in the music industry, they're so used to your rite of passage is getting screwed over that it's no clean business. Like nobody does this. It's rare to find somebody that
Mm-hmm.
does good business. So
Mm-hmm.
in a relationship, my wall is already kind of up. So I'm asking you questions. I'm testing you a little bit just to see where your moral is. If you, like you said, if you can't communicate effectively, those type of things, do you execute well? Those are or are you just a big talker? You know what I'm saying? You just doing it just for
Mm-hmm.
something. So I go through it differently. This is personally through romantic relationships or friendship relationships as well. Are you only talking to me because you think I have a certain amount of contacts that you need from me or whatever? Or are you talking to me because you
Oh,
genuinely
wow.
want to know me and actually engaging into my journey and want to learn? And I help you, you help me. And it's not just because I'm helping you just because you help me. No, I'm helping you because I genuinely want to help you. It's rare because I know
Mm-hmm.
that I'm a good person. I know I have a good heart. And I know that I want to be the new wave in the industry of no, you can actually get shit done the proper way. But not a lot of people is like that. So that's how I really go about relationships. Honestly, that's why I wouldn't say I have a small circle. I do have a small inner circle where I do open up and tell people my situations. And then there's an outer circle where I can tell you certain things that I don't mind other people knowing. So,
Okay, yeah, for sure. No,
yeah,
definitely.
definitely. So,
And I don't want to like scare men away, but I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like if you real with somebody from the beginning and you honest, like this is the type of life I have on a daily basis. So, this is how I expect you to show up in this relationship and vice versa. Like I feel like it's totally okay for a man to be like, babe, I work in construction all day. I don't want to do shit when I get home, but like eat your
right.
food and like lay down. Cool. Like I won't ask you to go work out with me. I won't ask you to like, you know, play, Jenga with me or something. Like I won't ask you to do dumb stuff that you don't want to do because you're honest with me from the get go. But I just feel like that's why I love this question so much because like career and love and oftentimes people feel like you have to choose one one or the other, like success or love or your career or, relationships. And I just feel like with the right communication and the right understanding between two people, you can have both. I feel like you could totally have love and success. You just have to be able to swerve in and out of the lanes at the appropriate time, and the partners have to be okay with it. Like
Right.
and at this stage in our life, I feel like you do at this stage in our early 20s because we're not even finished like discovering who we are. We don't even really know all of our
Exactly.
capabilities. We're just probably getting to our first few real careers, first few jobs. You might have got a promotion in the last couple years, whatever. You might have just graduated college. You might have just realized that you're finally over your ex. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you still learning like how you communicate, how you are when you're mad, how you are when you're sad. You're still learning yourself. So it's kind of like you kind of do have to choose love or success because you can't focus on too much because you don't know yourself yet. Like, but I do feel
Exactly.
like as we get older and as we mature, you know, I do feel like you can say, okay, I definitely want to be in a committed relationship. Maybe I can't see you every single day, but maybe 4 times a week it's us. And then like, 7 days, or 5 days a week I'm working or whatever, like whatever. It's like a balance between love and success, but it's
Right.
definitely possible.
Communicating to make your dynamic work of
Yeah.
what you want in a relationship. It's not like what you see on social media, what you think a relationship should be.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Um
Good question.
Thanks. So there was
Mhm.
a Twitter scenario, and this is a tweet from Antonia Hilton. Her ad name is A Hilton. That's HYLTON 26. And so she says, my boyfriend of 2+ years took me out to see the photograph last night and then broke up with me. And I'm down about all the usual stuff, but I cannot wrap my head around why he took me out first. Is that a thing? Are men okay? And
Then okay.
and actually, underneath that tweet were a couple other women's scenarios where the guys took their girls out and then at the end of the date broke up with them. And I'm just like thinking of like a past
Mm,
of where it happened. I'm just like, you know what? Why do men do
that's
that?
cold.
That is it's
That's
very
cold.
cold. Like he took you out. What's the sense? First of all, this is actually during Valentine's Day weekend, y'all. So Valentine's Day weekend, obviously, she went to watch the photograph. She thinking, all right, I'm going to watch this couple movie with my man or whatever, my boyfriend. And you broke up with me right after the movies. Like, what's your purpose? What's your sense? Are you trying to get your last juice out? Like, are you,
Mm, 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 mm.
what is, I don't know, but I'm going to
I
ask, I'm going to ask some men that too.
I don't know why. Why did you spend money to break up with me? That was just the first thing that came to my mind. Like, why did you just buy me a large popcorn if you knew, like, you just bought $19 worth of treats? Like, the tickets alone was $30 for us to go.
Right.
Then you bought popcorn and like the Gooder Buddy nuts, whatever they call it, and a large drink just to end it. Why don't you could do that for free?
For real. Because I know for a fact, if I'm over you, it's in my whole mood, it's in my gestures, and I'm gonna have to sit you. I just want to sit you down and tell you I'm
Mm,
not gonna take you out on a date and treat you and then break up with you. Like what's now make no sense.
no, literally. I feel bad. I mean, I feel bad for that lady. At least, but I think she should look at the positive side and say, "I got to see the photograph for free." That's funny. You got to look at the
Hopefully
positive
he
side of
did
life.
pay. Hopefully he did pay. She didn't put that into the scenario, but hopefully he did pay.
Yeah, let's just assume that was free. Let's just assume that.
Because if I'm breaking up with somebody, I mean, in your case, actually, if you were to break up with somebody, you tell him, "Hey, let's go to see the photograph," and then he pays, and you break up with him. I mean, you are winning in a way.
You
But
are like you gotta
I will do that to somebody that I know is cheating on me, like payback.
wait. You would do that to someone you knew was you on me. I don't get it.
So if I knew you cheated on me, I'm not gonna say nothing or whatever. I'm gonna let you spend your money on me, and then I'm gonna do you dirt. Just break up with you.
Oh, like you going to break up with them on? Okay, okay, I see. So
Yeah,
you plotting? Wow,
yeah.
pure evilness.
Like that's something that could work out. But my crazy self, I can't hold it in to wait throughout that whole movie for me to pop off. But yeah, that's
I I don't know. I don't know if he was being strategic or maybe she said some. What if she said some regular shit at the end of the movie, like just like nigga, you could do a lot better in
and
all
he was
areas
fed
of
up
this
and he was like, you know
relationship.
what, after this movie, I'm gonna fucking break up with her.
Right, right. How do we know she's not like a very entitled girlfriend? Like, how do we know she's not like somebody
Mm.
who just always down to him? Like, you gonna take me to see the photograph, and I told you I wanted to go see like the Marvel, like or whatever movies. I don't know what movies are. First of all, I don't even know if it's a movie. But like, what if she's like hella entitled? And he was just like, you know what it is? Get the popcorn and go.
That is true. Everything is a lot of things are one sided. So
Yeah.
it depends on what he broke up with her for. But
Right.
we're gonna wrap up this podcast. Before we wrap up this podcast, I asked a couple guy friends to if they had any questions that they wanted to know from girls that they're curious about. So we have a few questions. So we'll
Okay.
see. Which is more important in a relationship? Financial stability, happiness, or good looks?
Financial stability, happiness, or good looks. Um, Happiness.
I choose
Because you can have a
happiness.
nigga who got money. You can have a nigga who got money and be ugly, or you can have a nigga who is fine and be broke. And they don't. Both of them don't sound happy to me. So,
Yo,
so I'm gonna take happiness.
you stupid. Nah, I think I'm a pick happiness as well. I just finished a Netflix series called Back with My Ex or some shit like that. And
Ooh.
yeah, so pretty much an ex or whatever reach out to one of their exes that they still have feelings for, and they try to work it out for a certain amount of weeks. After the certain amount of weeks is done, their significant other decides if they want to move forward and try to make it work again or cut it off completely. And one of the
Mm.
guys, he was a workaholic and he dated the girl, his ex, for like 6 years. But throughout those 6 years, each and every year, he broke up with her at least once. And he was very controlling and made a lot of rules. Like he didn't like her to have long hair. He always wanted her to cut off her hair or else he wouldn't date her. He would only see her like once a week or some shit like that. Like he didn't want to sleep over her house. He only slept over her house once throughout the whole 6 years of the relationship.
What?
Yeah, but he was very financially stable. But she was so unhappy. And at one point, he gave her $10,000 for her birthday in a card. And he was like, here's $10,000. You can either pay off your student loans or you can go get your boobs done. And mind you, she never even thought of the idea of getting her boobs done. He just came up with that. And so she was like,
Oh, hell
yes,
no.
yes. So I'm just like, what? Like she was just so unhappy. At the end of this whole experiment, she ended up not taking him back, obviously, and moving on. Cause it was just so
Mm.
like she just was like, okay, this is not gonna work. Even if I tried to, at least he changed or whatever after years of not
Mm.
being with her. But I think they spent like 4 years separated before this experiment. So within those 4 years, he grew up a little bit and matured, and she became more dominant and telling him, like, I'm not doing this, but it still wasn't working for her because he had damaged her so much that she just couldn't go back to it. So regardless if you financially stable or not, I don't care. You still can't have happiness. And he wasn't good looking either to me,
Mm.
but whatever.
But he had them bands. Some
Right.
ladies though, like literally, some ladies really do care about finances, like to the like to a whole nother level. Like they, I don't know. Yeah, no,
City
I don't
girls.
even. Yeah, yeah. I was just, okay. Like literally, I was really about to say. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I had nothing else to say. Anyway, yeah, I choose happiness. Yeah.
Yeah. If you met a man during the downtime of his life situations, could you date him or would you judge him?
Okay, wait.
If you met a man
If he was
during,
down,
yeah, could you date him or would you judge him?
my past Nadia would have judged him. I'm gonna be very transparent. I would have said it depends. It depends what we talk about down. Give
What?
me like a
Yeah,
scenario down.
yeah.
What's down?
Let's see. Okay, so let's say that you meet a guy and he is off rip, like very romantic, very sweet, those type of things. I'm gonna give you, you know what? I'm gonna give you the scenario of Think Like a Man. Taraji P. Henson was dating I forgot his name, but he's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. He can cook.
Oh, Michael
Michael Ealy.
oh my God. Ely, yes.
Yes. he's gorgeous, he's very romantic, he put in effort, and he's a cook, but he lied about actually having a steady job. So he was down at the time in between jobs looking for things. So he was kind of down. He didn't have a lot of money or anything like that. But he made her happy. So I guess it's just, so would you continue dating him or would you judge him? Now, mind you, remember that last question now.
I know, shut up. Happiness, right? Right. I feel like if I was happy with him and he was already, like, if he was in a bad situation, I was already happy with him. What's the difference? Like, it's like, I've dealt with dudes who have, like, just got out of prison or they got, like, felonies or, like, whatever, they just have, like, records, I would say. And I don't find it something negative. Like, I don't feel like somebody should be basically, like, not given a second chance, is all I'm trying to say. Because a lot of people change their lives after they've done something, like, very damaging to their, to their profile or whatever. But I am going to judge you. Like, there's going to be a process of judgment. Like, with Nadia, like, because I'm a thinker. Like, so I want to think about, like, why did you actually rob this nigga? Like, let's talk about why you actually have, like, armed robbery on your list. Let's think about this. Like, did he sleep with your girl? Did he, like, steal some money from you? Or you just picked somebody random? Okay, cool. So who did the picking? Because the person you robbed was broke. So you got charged and you didn't even get no real cash. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to think about it like that way. I'm going to judge you in some type of way. But at the same time, I am going to say that people deserve second chances. Like, I wouldn't want nobody to, like, be super critical of some of the dumb stuff that I've done in my life. Right. So I wouldn't want that, to do that to anybody else.
I'm gonna say downtime of his life. So let's say like the Michael E. Lee, Taraji P. Henson situation where he doesn't have a job or anything like that. I'm gonna ask you, are you at least looking and trying and making effort? If that's the case, then cool. But if you are just sitting on your ass and you don't want to look for no job, you don't want to do anything, you're up under your mother's ass or whatever, then it's a no for me. You have to at least be trying. You at least have to be trying and put in an effort. So everybody goes through a downtime in their life. There's not a situation that anybody's opposed to, but yeah, you at least have to be trying.
Agree.
So another question. I have two more questions and then we are out of here. So one question is, this guy said, I've spent a long time studying women and how they are both sexually and romantically. I think I've learned a lot, but one thing I've never been privy to is what girls talk to each other about when talking about guys.
Well, duh, you wouldn't know because we don't tell y'all asses. That's why we got girls. That's why we got homegirls, dummies. Who answers questions? This is such a man question. Okay, I always been privy to the fact that I don't want to know what they say. Yeah, that's why you don't know, honey.
What he want to know is he want to know the tea. He want to know the insides, and it's girl code, sir. We can't tell you everything when we talk about guys.
Girls and guys do the same thing in their circle of friends. Like, guys do, like, the way they do the same thing. I've just experienced that. Like, I grew up with brothers. Like, been the only girl in the house all my life. I also have a lot of guy friends who just treat me like the next dude or whatever. But I know for a fact that the same conversations I have with my homegirls are literally the same conversations I have with my homeboys. Like, it's no different. I think we just use different adjectives. Like, y'all not out here like, okay, I'm not gonna be super ratchet, but y'all just don't say the same words that we might use. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but y'all definitely, it's the same thing. That's the tea. The tea is that it's the same conversation. Like, literally, we talk about size, we talk about dates, we talk about everything, smells, we talk about things we like. Okay, we talk about, everything.
Everything. First of all, I feel like we be telling y'all in conversations when we ask y'all stuff during dates or whatever, we tell y'all what the hell we talk about, but y'all just don't be listening. So
yeah, no, definitely.
The fact that you asked that question lets me know that you don't listen. So,
right.
Yeah, because that question was just like, yeah, but since you mentioned it, the other question is, does size really, he put really in capital letters, really matter?
Oh God, is this a public episode? I can't. Yes, it does, honey. I'm sorry. It does. Like, I'm not. You know what's so funny? It's not even like size. I think just happiness. Happiness is the answer again. If you don't
I'm
make me
dead.
happy, you know, like B. No, for real. Come on. If I'm not happy, if he's not happy, you gonna be like, does size matter? Like, it's like, no, it's happiness. Like, we just have, there has to be a level of pleasure on all sides. And so if you aren't willing, if you think that you're pleasing me and you're not, then it could be your size. It could also be your stroke. It could also be the fact that like you're not stimulating me like mentally or sexually. Like it could be so many factors, but usually I don't know. Now I'm like contradicting. I don't know. I'm just gonna shut up. I don't have anything else to say.
I feel like it
Don't
depends.
ask me no more questions.
I feel like it depends on the female because what's big to another female might not be big to me.
That's
What's
true.
small
That's
to a
true.
female, I feel like it depends on what girl you are with. Honestly.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
So
That's very true too.
I don't
But
think
then,
that's
like size don't always matter because sometimes little dudes do know how to like,
rock the boat.
work it. Yeah, they do know how to rock the boat. Like it really does. But for me, I would say size does matter because I most of the time, like it's just the size has to fill me up automatically. I'm gonna shut up. Now I'm shutting up.
Yo, I'm dead.
Now I'm not saying anything else. Now I'm done. Okay.
All right. So we're gonna. This is why I can talk to Nadia. Because Nadia,
I'm just
Nadia
saying,
is
like,
crazy, y'all.
and the fact that, like, can I know who asked this question? Can you just tell me who asked this question? Is who we discussed?
Who we who dis, who we discuss? No, we don't discuss this person.
Okay,
We know him though, but
because
we don't
I'm
discuss
really
this person. But I'll tell you later.
okay
But
because that's
it's
really
nothing
gonna
crazy.
make me
It's nothing
laugh.
crazy though. But we know him, but that's nothing crazy.
That's
But
gonna make me
shit.
laugh.
You said what?
That's gonna make me laugh if it's the person I
Is
think it is.
what's the letter of the name you think it is?
No, see, you're trying to get me in trouble. No. Just keep it on record. No.
Okay.
D,
Next. All
you
right.
is
And
good,
look,
yo.
I just want to know.
D, you is
All right.
good. You is definitely good.
But yeah, so that's it. We're gonna wrap it up for this episode of Liquid Era Podcast. Thank you, Nadia, for joining me and taking the time out for
You're
us to have this
welcome.
discussion for the love series of Liquid Era. You guys can follow Liquid Era on IG at LIQUID_era, You can also email your thoughts and questions to liquidera6, that's liquidera6 @gmail.com. Follow me, your host, D Brady, on Instagram at _DEEBRADY. And Nadia, go ahead and give your socials if you want to follow or email you.
Yes. Don't email me. But no, on IG it's I am Naughty Body. That's I am, like you know how to spell I am, and then it's NADIBODY. Naughty Body.
Yes. All right, guys. So we are out. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.